Hello and welcome. In today's video, I want to talk to you about my three-step framework for weight loss during menopause. And menopause itself can be a really difficult time because not only do you have to suffer with hot flashes and mood swings, just to name a few, but a lot of women I talk to also experience unwanted weight gain, which is incredibly frustrating. And most women that I talk to fall into one out of the three categories that I'm about to share with you. And I would love to know which one you are. So you can just comment below and let me know what resonates most with you. So category number one is basically that nothing has changed in your current lifestyle. You're not eating any differently. You're not having a binge, but somehow the weight just keeps on piling on, which obviously is super frustrating because you've got nothing to work with and you don't know where to start. Category number two is that you feel like you're doing all the right things, but nothing is working. So you're eating well, you're exercising, you're doing everything, but you're just not getting the traction and you're just not getting any results, which again is incredibly painful because you might soon get to the point where it's like, well, what's the point when, I'm unable to see the results in the first place? And number three is perhaps you're unable to stick with anything that you try out. So whether that's keto or intermittent fasting, because you aren't seeing the results. So you give up because, it's too restrictive. It's not really that sustainable in the first place. And if you don't see the results, then again, what's the point? So I'd love to know which one are you. Comment one, nothing has changed, but I'm gaining weight. Comment two for I'm doing all the right things, but I'm unable to drop any weight. And lastly, number three, every time I do something, nothing seems to work for me. So the thing is that all of this can be incredibly frustrating. So I'm here to tell you that there is actually hope. You just need the right plan and strategy in place that is specifically aimed at women going through menopause and perimenopause, because let's face it, something that your like a 20-year-old might try, or your husband and stuff, is going to work for them, but it doesn't mean it will work for you. So women going through the different shifts in hormones need a different approach to those in their 20s, or to males in general. It's just a completely different ballgame altogether. So there is hope. You just need to know what it is that you need to do, which brings me to the three steps that I want to share with you today. And the first one is basically you need to make sure that you have a good exercise routine in place, because basically exercise is so vital. It's not the first time that you hear this, but if you do the right types of exercise, you basically able to tone your body so you don't get, how like things get really squishy. Even if you do start to lose a few kilos, everything becomes too soft, right? So obviously we want to get you nice and toned, so you need to do the right exercises for that. Secondly, it helps you burn calories long after your workout is finished. So imagine that you've done your workout, you're sitting on the sofa, you're reading a book, but your body is still in burn mode. So what that does is it essentially means that your metabolism is on fire, and often when you're going from diet to diet, you've damaged your metabolism along the way. And in order to rev up your metabolism, exercise can be the missing piece for a lot of women. But the problem is that most women think they need to do like a lot of cardio and burn those calories, do those spin classes, perhaps look at getting into running. While this burns a lot of calories, it actually produces more of the stress hormone cortisol, that way around, which ultimately makes the body hold on to weight. So there's a lot of guesswork around, well, what exercise works for me and what can I do? And if you're time strapped, you want to spend hours exercising just simply because you've got other commitments and priorities. You might have children still to take care of, or perhaps you taking care of your aging parents and working and all of that. So time is precious. And also maybe you don't like going to the gym, maybe you feel intimidated, maybe you just don't know what to do there other than turn the treadmill on and do some more cardio. So don't let that hold you back. And I want you to think about a way that you can incorporate exercise into your routine or your weight loss program, so to speak, so that you can really get the best of both worlds, where it fits in with your lifestyle, but it also lets you tone the body and rev up the metabolism. Now let's talk about nutrition. So nutrition is obviously key. It always is and it always will be. It used to be any 80-20 as an 80% nutrition, 20% exercise. Nowadays, because of our sedentary lifestyle, it's more like 90% nutrition is what's going to get you the results, and 10% exercise. So here is what I see most of the time happening for a lot of women. So a lot of women might not eat enough, because this is the catch, right? So you're trying to lose weight, so you're cautious about your portion sizes and also what you eat. So ultimately that basically means that you've been in a perceived calorie deficit for quite some time. And what happens is, if you stay in a deficit for too long, apart from the fact that it might be unsustainable and you're not able to stick with your diet protocol, it actually slows down your metabolism, because your metabolism is so clever. Like, if it knows, okay, I'm getting X amount of calories for my fuel in form of food, and I'm burning X amount to go to work and go for a walk and do all of my activities, your body will actually adjust at which rate the metabolism is burning to save energy. And that's when I talk to people and they're like, oh, I'm in this plateau and I can't get out of it, and they end up resorting to slashing their calories even further, which is very, very miserable and probably one of the worst things that you can do in order to you're not helping your hormones or your metabolism, and you're then stuck in that hamster wheel. The other thing I also want to say when it comes to nutrition is that often women just don't know what they should be eating, and I don't blame you, because there's so much information out there. Like, one day eggs are good and then eggs are bad, right? And then can you remember the time when it was like the whole go low fat because fat makes you fat? And then obviously carbs, like in recent years, like you shouldn't have carbs, and all of those things. So it just basically means that you just end up feeling confused and like overwhelmed, and it's like, well, what is it that you should be eating? What is good for my body? And there's just so much information out there, and you potentially are following several people and reading up several articles, and that just leaves you feeling really confused. So you put things into the too hard basket, and essentially you're not moving forward with your goals, which is not ideal, right? So, and lastly, it's also that there is no guidance and education around what your body needs going through the different stages. So like I said a minute ago, someone in their 20s is going to need a completely different nutrition approach to someone in their 30s, and someone in their 40s and 50s and beyond menopause and all of that. Yes, the basic guidelines remain the same, but as our hormones are shifting, so needs to be our nutrition approach as well. So there's just a lack of information out there, and you want to, and this is very, very important, if you take away anything from today's video, this is it. You want to get healthy in order to lose weight. The amount of times I talk to women and they want to initially lose weight to get healthy, but it doesn't work that way around, because when your hormones are out of balance, it doesn't matter what essentially you do, your body won't budge, right? You won't be able to lose the weight. So you got to change that mindset approach, and you got to have that shift in terms of, okay, I need to get my body into a place where it's actually willing to let go of the weight. I need to focus on my hormones. I need to focus on my metabolism. I need to make sure that I'm ticking all the foundational pieces, like I'm getting my sleep, I'm not getting food cravings, I'm having a good amount of energy, I can do the things that bring me joy, and I just genuinely feel good, because only then will you be able to go into a fat loss phase where you do restrict what you eat and you watch what you eat in order for the body to let go of the weight. But if you're flicking it around and you want to lose weight in order to get healthy, you're just going to spin your wheels, because you can eat very, very little and exercise a lot, which is going back to what I just talked about a minute ago, but you're not going to see the results. And that's the last thing that you want, right? So take home message from today's video it's like you want to get healthy in order to lose weight, not lose weight to get healthy. Let me know in the comments if this resonates with you in any way, and hopefully you find it helpful. Right, let's talk about the last piece of the three-step framework when it comes to weight loss during menopause. And this one is referring to support and accountability. At the end of the day, I always say to people, like, I can give you the right, nutrition plan and exercise plan, but if I don't give you the support and accountability that you need, it's going to be worth nothing, because losing weight can be quite isolating, and you might be in a position where your partner and children and friends aren't really on the same journey, because simply they don't need to lose weight, they don't want to lose weight, they'd rather stay doing what it is that they're doing. So you might feel like they're supporting you, but they're actually not, because they're not walking in your shoes, they don't know what it's like to get mood swings, to have crappy sleep, to be unable to lose weight. So it can be rather isolating, even if they mean well. I mean, the amount of times, like, my husband, when I was trying to lose weight, would dish up dinner and he would give me the same amount of food like he was eating. I'm like, you don't seem to get this. Like, I don't eat as much food as you do. They mean well, but they don't understand what it is that you're going through. So you want to be able to create this really understanding support network, like something where you can feel like you're safe, and something that gives you the guidance. Because if you surround yourself by people that are walking in your shoes, you feel like a lot more normal, so to speak. Because often when I talk to women, they feel like they're broken and they feel like something is missing. In fact, it's just a lot of misinformation and that sense of being isolated, going through this on your own. And you want to really take out the guesswork. All you want to do is whatever it is that you do, ladies. Like, it doesn't mean you have to come and join my coaching program if you want to embark on keto. Obviously, I'd highly suggest not to, but whatever it is, I want you to be able to put your mind to it. I want you to cut out all the the guesswork, the noise and everything, and just be able to actually commit to something, and make sure that you have that support and accountability along the way. Because like I said before, you can have the perfect plan, but without support and accountability in place, it's only going to get you so far. So if you are looking for that support and accountability, obviously I have got the New Year, New Me promotion running at the moment, and I am looking for 3 more women that want to lose 10 to 15 kilos in the next 6 months. Potentially, if this is you, you'll be able to benefit from a complete menopause nutrition protocol, along with the workouts that are designed to, burn fat and not take hours on end, and you don't have to set a foot in the gym if that's not your thing, and also give you that support and accountability along the way. So if this feels like something that you might be interested in, just either comment down below, or you can message me and reach out to me just for the words New Year, New Me. What we do is we'll set up a time to have a chat, and then if it feels like it's a good fit, then we can get you started right away. And as always, like, I hope you found this helpful. Don't forget to hit the like button, and thank you all for watching.